Welcome everybody to Creation Gate 2017. Bethesda, you done goofed. You done goofed.
Oh yeah, but payable mods are not payable, but are still payable.
That's
Yeah,
not.
like
That's actually not what this is about.
oh,
Oh, no, I don't have a problem with the Creation Cut Club as it is because they're vetted content, essentially mods. You can argue whether they're worth the value, but you can argue that with any DLC. You can argue whether Far Harbor is worth $20. You can argue whether Automatron's worth $10. But it is, for all intents and purposes, more DLC mods. They are vetted by Bethesda. They're guaranteed to work with, all your other DLCs. Obviously, they're not guaranteed to work with other mods because, other mods live in their own little zone. But they're guaranteed to work with all your official DLCs. So I got no problem with that. That's fine. You can argue whether they're worth the value, and the current value seems to be roughly about $10 for a quest mod that has some items in it, and apparently the quests are pretty unimpressive. So you can argue whether or not the Chinese stealth armor is worth $10.
no,
Whether, what was the cheapest one? I think the horse armor is $3. The
I think it
horsepower
should be
armor.
swapped around.
So you can argue whether they're worth the cost. But that's not what we're here to talk about. I just want you guys to kind of see what's already up as official mods. And I suppose the proper technique after that would be to launch Fallout 4, pull up the creation kit,
Take
creation
the
club.
ad.
Oh, shut up, Shadow Boost. Seriously, shut up.
I kind of borrowed that paid mods that are not paid but are still paid thing from a Jim Position.
Can you just launch the freaking... I'm not asking for the world here. I just want you to launch the software.
I just borrowed the title, nothing more.
No. Don't want to check Shadow Boost. I don't care about Shadow Boost. You're going to force me to install the update to Shadow Boost, aren't you? Nope.
Yep.
There it's launching. I'm getting some side of launching. There will be lag because I got like 14 different windows open for this discussion. So that's normal. Especially considering that I can't actually live stream this game normally because of the lag. So when I open up like 14 other windows and I have audio live streaming in, yeah, it's going to be bad. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if anybody here has even played Fallout 4, it's a pretty decent game all around. With or without mods included.
I cannot even get Fallout 4 to launch. Are you being that much of a dick, Shadow Boost? Are you seriously being that much of a dick, Shadow Boost?
Apparently so.
It doesn't even support the latest version. Of course it doesn't. Let's try this again. No Shadow Boost. Go to hell. You don't even have a version supporting 1.10.
You've already been updated. You don't need to be updated anymore.
I've already updated F4SC though. But Shadow Boost has not released an update for 1.10. Seriously, all you have to do is load the start screen, Bethesda. This is what happens when you game with mods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not even going to load.
Always check it has low processing power or something.
Well,
I know.
all I was going to do is show you the actual creation kit, but anyone who's got the game can just see the creation kit. It's a new menu in the main menu, so it's not a big priority. What I want to talk about is this.
Shadowrunner? Oh, all the all the files.
Yeah.
It just
Bethesda,
kinda
you done
piled
goofed
on.
up. And you can't
There's too
even
many-
claim that this is because it's a new system. You have the Bethesda net. You have DLCs. You should know how to manage your files so that it doesn't download every file before you've even bought something.
So wait a minute. Would this count as on-disc DLC?
Yes, technically it does. That's probably how they get around all the limitations on console. But the
God
problem
damn it, they pulled a Nintendo.
But the problem here is that you can't access any of these things normally. Except,
Paywall.
no, here's the fun thing. It's such a shitty job that they did. There's already a patch, a mod out, where if I were simply to rename these ESL files to ESM or ESP, I would have access to all of the paid DLC. All of the Creation Club, all of it.
Wow, that is bad.
Yeah, you can see why I wanted to make a topic about this.
Yeah, I can see that now.
Like now, I haven't grabbed these things myself. Another modder actually grabbed these files and zipped them all up, but they're actually just in your data folder somewhere. There's a folder in here which stores them all. I didn't feel like going through and searching for which particular one it is. It'll be in here somewhere. But, you know, you can just do a system search on your computer for ESL files. That's really all you need to do is find the ESL files. In fact, technically speaking, if I were to sort by date modified, could I find one? 8/29/17?
I mean, this isn't exactly the first time that this kind of stuff has happened. Capcom did it with, was it Tekken versus Street Fighter?
Where all of the content.
Yep.
But see, here's
the
the big
content.
thing about this is that since I haven't paid for any of these, and I'm running off of an SSD, ran as a relatively large SSD. Imagine other people who have created SSDs just for it, or the consoles. Their consoles are another big issue. You're getting all this content downloaded, forced into your system that you can't access without cheating, but it's taking up storage space. And the more stuff they put into the Creation Club, the more stuff gets automatically downloaded. Now, that's not good in and of itself, but here's another thing. Every time that the game itself has changed, it changes around. They have to update the ESP file, which means F4SC has to be updated to a new variant of the data file. Now, some people are worried that this means every time the Creation Club gets a content update, that means it would be a new version of the ESP. I don't think it's going to be that bad. I think that the update we just had, 1.10, was to enable Creation Club, but I don't think when they're going to add new content to the Creation Club, it's going to actually require them to update the ESP file. So I don't think F4SC is going to have problems with it constantly being outdated. Because we didn't need to have constant new reversions of the ESP every time a new mod went up onto the Bethesda net. We had one update for when Bethesda net went live. We've had a couple updates since there as they, improved the functionality of Bethesda net and the entire in-mod game system. But every time a mod went up, we didn't need an update to the ESP. So I imagine that the Creation Club will be the same, but still, all that content right there, and they're not even in proprietary formats. They're in the same BS2 format. In fact, if I go sort by file type, if we scroll down, you can see there's the Cat Eye mod, the Cartographer's mod, balanced targeting HUDs, armor keywords, mobile base, animated drinking, my own, well, not my own mods, because I don't tend to create mods that have content, except for Just a Shroud. there's the DLCs, Dance's wearable holotags, and all of the lovely content from the Creation Club. Which takes up currently 681 megabytes. Half a gig. Takes up half a gig.
And with all this data, it's going to be slowing down your computer.
Well, not really. But when you download it, definitely. Because that means you have to download half a gig of stuff. And of course, every time they add new stuff. So yeah, it's kind of a big goof. And I can simply just rename these files to ESM or ESP and have access to all of the Creation Club.
For free!
For free! That's not even getting over the fact that the Hellfire armor is currently one of the hot files on the Nexus. So, the Creation Club, where they were talking about how it has to be original content, there is the exact same mod on the Nexus right now. Now, considering they released roughly around the same time, I'm not sure if it's because modders are smart like that, already got access to the BS2 files and simply made their own ESP, or stole this ESL file and released it, because you know that happens.
As it does.
Because they look exactly the same. They look like the exact same armor. So, but granted, it's the Hellfire armor from Fallout 3 in New Vegas, so, I mean, they probably just ripped it from the previous game as well. There's like a million different ways you can that it could happen. And it's just, how do you do this, Bethesda? This is paid content that you want people to pay you for, and it's freely available.
Very simple. We have two buttons. One says do things right, and do things wrong. We mostly press to do things wrong.
I thought your slogan for Fallout 4, Todd, was "It just works." What do you say to this? All of the DLC content is freely available, including the ESPs. All I have to do, rename ESL ESM. I'm done.
Become unstable.
It's now a Bethesda master data file. That's it.
Yeah, let's also get that shotgun too.
And just to show you guys just how ludicrously insane it is, you know where I found this zip file of ESL files?
Nexus mods?
Reddit.
Ah. That's my second guess.
Welcome to reddit.com/mod piracy.
All the toxicity.
Behold, all the ESL files freely available, and all you have to do is rename them.
So simple, monkeys have done it.
I mean, what more is there to say? I think Foxy Brown McLeod says it quite properly. Holy shit, that's hilarious. I mean, I had to make a topic on this. This is a level of goof that you don't really see. Let's release content that we're going to charge money for, but completely release all of the content. We're just going to change the M to an L. That'll stop everybody.
Nah, that's not gonna stop anybody.
That will completely lock our content out.
Nope.
Just change an L to an M to an L, and we're good. All right, guys, we did good work. You can go home. Enjoy your weekend.
Woo.
It just works. You know, Todd, I have something for this. Something I bought from you. I think it's appropriate this time. think this is appropriate. How do you make that level of mistake?
Oh, be careful with that.
Ka-ching exactly. Ka-ching exactly.
Yeah, this is definitely a pretty big bomb on Bethesda's.
Warning, keep away from children under 12.
That's most. That is most of the Bethesda members right now. No, purposes.
Bethesda. You made this product. You realize that, Bethesda. This is one of your own products, and I'm using it to crack wise on you. You couldn't have made this any easier on me. You literally made me a bomb.
Yeah, just gotta slap TF2. I mean, not TF2. Fallout 4 creation kit on it, and it will be just perfect.
Saw my friend give you nuclear cancer.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep, it's a DVD case for all the Fallout games, 1 through 3, I believe.
Did they give it to you for free or no?
No, I bought it.
How much was it?
Can't recall. Been a while. I've seen people actually turn this into a PC case.
Dang.
But seriously, Bethesda. You made a bomb. Literally and figuratively. Ka-ching.
Hey.
I just don't really know what else I could say on the subject. Bethesda, you done goofed. You done goofed. My God, you done goofed. Let's make sure that giant bomb is just well in view. Just move it aside, move the Gokai, case aside. Make sure the bomb is clearly in view. It's just like, I had to talk about this, because come on, folks. That is the world's largest goof. Let's release paid content and make sure, one, all the content is mandatorily downloaded to your system. So, suddenly you're missing half a gig from your system. And, you'll probably miss more as we release more content. Because, everyone's got multi-terabyte drives for just running Fallout 4, right? It was bad enough that they dropped all of the content and didn't put it behind a standard download system like, I don't know, every other mod on Bethesda.net, which is the exact same system of select a mod you want to download. And also can pack files into BA2 files, because in order to upload a mod to the Bethesda.net, which I have done because I am a mod author there, requires you to go through the creation kit, locate your loose files, create a BA2 file with their built-in program inside of the creation kit, and then upload it. And then it creates a BA2 file and uploads that. But I haven't downloaded every single file that exists on the Bethesda.net. They have a working system, but they just couldn't bother to implement that exact same system into the paid version of Bethesda.net. Nope, that was too much work. Clearly, someone's cribbing notes from Bandai. Because what do we say here on the Toku Power Weekend when it comes to Bandai? Minimum effort. Maximum profits. Minimum effort indeed. Like, what do you say to this? It's all there. Hell, maybe I can. Let me see. Let me do a search of the data folder of .esl. Find out exactly where they are located. Oh my gosh. Let's go here. Find out exactly where they're hiding. Now, are you actually over here in the documents folder where you store some of the other Fallout stuff? Because maybe they patched it out, but the damage is already done. It's up on the internet now. Not on Nexus, not WB Games, Bioshock, not GitHub, Skyrim Special Edition, Fallout 4. Under saves? Nope, not under the save files. Nope. Nope. I'd have to probably dig around a bit to find out where exactly they're being stored. Oh, Bethesda, how could you make a goof like that? Seriously. How do you make that goof as a professional game company? This is literally your bread and butter, and you're just like, yeah. If we just leave the door unlocked, no one's going to notice. We'll put a do not disturb sign on the door. That'll keep everybody out. Oh my gosh. You really have to wonder, whose bright idea was it to be like, yeah, let's just do that. Oh my gosh. Does anyone have any final thoughts, or should we end this one here? Because I got nothing else to say. I think we covered everything in 23 minutes. Any final comments, anyone? I think the stunned silence is enough to just show, my God, Bethesda. How do you make this kind of mistake? Coming up next, Chroma Squad, New Game Plus Part 4.